On the day Gnanatilleka Baddewithana was born, she carried a riddle on her skin. Doctors noted a long, sunken patch on the left side of her chest, a rough and unusual birthmark that seemed like a scar. This mark was the first clue in a mystery that would connect her to a dead boy from a distant town and a life she somehow remembered in terrifying detail. Born January 11, 1956, in the village of Hedunawewa, Sri Lanka, Gnanatilleka began to speak at the age of 2. But the words she spoke were not of her own life. She spoke of another family, another home, and she was tormented by an unexplainable, visceral fear of buses. The mere sight of one would make her shriek in panic. "It's coming to kill me," as if reliving a horror she had never experienced. She told her baffled family that she had not always been a girl. "I was a boy," she insisted. This boy, she explained, was from Talawakal, a town 40 miles away. She gave precise details about this former life. She named her past life father Tuda and described him as a bald man who wore a white coat to his job. She spoke of her thin mother, a brother, and a sister. She described their big house with a unique feature: glass all around the top. She even remembered their family car and a large dog. The memories always returned to one single violent event. The boy, she said, was killed when a bus ran him over. With her hands, she would show how the wheels had crushed his chest, pointing directly to the birthmark that mapped the fatal injury. Her play was also an echo. She would pretend to sell flowers, a puzzling activity for a child in her family, but a key detail from the life she described. Her father, a headmaster, could no longer dismiss the stories as fantasy. Overwhelmed by her consistency and genuine terror, he traveled to Talawakal. Following his 2-year-old daughter's bizarrely accurate directions and descriptions, he found a family whose story mirrored Gnanatilleka's words. They had a son, Tilakaratne, born in 1946. His father was Mr. K. D. Tudor, a bald man. The family had a flower business. And in December 1954, just over a year before Gnanatilleka's birth, Tilakaratne had been tragically killed, run over by a bus. The case was so extraordinary that it was investigated twice. First, a local Sri Lankan researcher, HSS Nisanka, documented Gnanatilleka's strange statements in detail, preserving them before anyone could verify them. Later, the renowned psychiatrist Dr. Ian Stevenson from the University of Virginia launched his own investigation. He was stunned to find Nisanka's prior records, which proved Gnanatilleka's story had not changed or grown over time. Stevenson's work confirmed every major claim. He arranged a meeting between the two families. When Gnanatilleka arrived in Talawakal, she confidently identified her former home and recognized members of Tilakaratne's family. The emotional peak came when she met Tilakaratne's mother, connecting with her as if she were her own. For both families, rooted in the Buddhist belief in reincarnation, this was proof. Gnanatilleka was Tilakaratne returned. The physical evidence of the birthmark, the verified memories, and the girl's intense phobia formed a chain of evidence that fascinated researchers. Yet the case remains a profound enigma. The memories gave Gnanatilleka a childhood split between two identities and plagued by a fear she could not control. Her life became a testament to a connection that defies ordinary explanation, a story written on the skin and spoken from a soul that seemed to remember.